How many of you have ever eaten at the Burger Bar in historic Bristol, Virginia? Many people that haven't don't know this, but if you've eaten there, then you've seen the newspaper articles and you've heard the stories. The Burger Bar is the last place Hank Williams Sr. was seen alive. This restaurant's located on State Street in Bristol, Virginia. Just barely on the Virginia side of the state line there. It was opened in 1942, but New Year's night of 1952 is what made this place famous. You see, on New Year's Eve 1952, Hank Williams Sr. was wheeled in a wheelchair out of the Andrew Johnson Hotel in Knoxville, Tennessee, where a doctor loaded him up on all kinds of medicine. He was put in the back of a baby blue Cadillac so he could sleep. They wrapped him in a blanket, and a young man headed out of there towards Ohio. The young man's name was Charles Carr. See, he had been tasked with taking this honky-tonk legend from show to show. And it's said that right around midnight, he dropped off into Bristol and pulled in at the Burger Bar to get him something to eat. As he got out of the car, he looked back in the back seat and he asked Mr. Hank Williams, he said, "Would you like something to eat?" And all Hank said was no. I should also say that at this time it was actually called the Snack King. It was changed to the Burger Bar a little bit later, which is what it is today. And they have all kinds of cool newspaper articles and things hanging up in there about the last night of Hank Williams Sr. But back to my story. After the young man got his food and got back in the car, he took off towards Ohio. As he crossed the West Virginia line, he stopped at a service station to get gas. And he was going to check on Hank Williams. Well, it said when he looked in the back, he realized the blanket had fell off of Hank. He couldn't get no response. As he reached back to touch Hank, he realized he was cold and stiff. He rushed to tell the owner of the gas station what was going on. You know, "I've got Hank Sr. back here. He's been very sick. I can't get no response out of him." The station owner then called the police and an ambulance to come check on Hank. Hank Williams was rushed to a hospital in Oak Hill, West Virginia, where he was pronounced dead on New Year's Day, 1953. The autopsy report said that Hank's death was caused by heart failure due to a heart attack. But the people closest to Hank, they didn't think that. They was afraid foul play had been involved, or even the doctors had over-medicated him causing this. Hank's wife even believed there was a lot more to this story than just a simple old heart attack, so to speak. She said there was beer cans, emptied, of course, and handwritten lyrics to a song that Hank was working on in the back seat of that Cadillac that night. Well, nobody knows exactly where Hank Williams passed away. It was definitely on what he would call, I guess, a lost highway somewhere in the Appalachian Mountains. Have you ever ate at the Burger Bar? Did you know that's where Hank Williams was last seen alive? Leave me a comment and tell me what you think. And don't forget to follow me for more Tales from the Mountains.